Good morning, Caroline Mitchell here, the original Dragon Lady. I thought I'm on a bit of a roll today. I've been doing a Facebook Live that I was only going on for 10 minutes. And I ended up doing about an hour and a quarter talking about dragons and pulling a few cards, tarot cards this time actually, rather than dragon cards. I bought a new set of tarot cards a few weeks ago, and it just felt right. I had quite a large group watching, and with quite a lot of interaction going on, and it just felt right to pull the cards out and do some reading. So I thought, right, well, I've got everything set up. I will do a bit of not Facebook, but on YouTube. I'll do a YouTube video to post up, because today it's the 2nd of February, so Imbolc blessings to everybody. And it's a very snowy Hampshire here in the UK. I should have been working in Avebury at the hen shop this morning, well, all day today, running a workshop called the Ancestral Healing with the Avebury Matriarch. And the snow that came in yesterday should have cleared by yesterday lunchtime, and it didn't. It snowed right through to 9 o'clock last night. And so I took the decision yesterday lunchtime to actually reschedule the workshop and cancel today's workshop, and reschedule it for a bit later in the year. So hence I've had a free day. So I thought, okay, what am I going to do? So I'll just talk about Avebury Matriarch on a Facebook Live. So that's what I've been doing this morning, and I thought, well, set up, so I'll just come in and talk to you guys and share a bit about Imbolc and the Avebury Matriarch that I shared onto my Facebook feed earlier. So when I first encountered the Avebury Matriarch, who is this dragon here, she's if you haven't got the Dragon Path Oracle cards, this is one of the dragons. See, I haven't got my technical guy today, and that's probably better. And he normally sets me up with my lighting and everything else, and he was at work today, so I had to set it up on my own. So I haven't done too bad a job, really. Anyway, so this is the Avebury Matriarch, and I met her 2 or 3 years ago when I was in Avebury doing some healing work with a friend. We were in the stones, and we used to do some clearing on her. And it came about that what we were working with her was old family stuff. And during that process, I became aware of this enormous dragon within the perimeter of Avebury. Anybody that knows Avebury, you've got the stone circle on the 4 quadrants, and each of the stones there's like a big dip, like a big massive ha-ha that goes up onto quite a large bank. And the Avebury Matriarch, as many of the dragons are of the land. And while I was doing this healing, I became aware of this dragon energy, and she announced herself, and she told me she was the Avebury Matriarch. And from that point, I then started to work with her a bit more. And she said to me that she's about ancestral healing. Now, she's like some of the other dragons that I work with are very shamanic in essence. And so out of this work that I did with my friend in the Avebury Stone Circle came the workshop, the Avebury Matriarch, healing our ancestral past. And she takes us on a journey to meet our ancestors, to go, and if this could be 1 generation back, 2 generations back, 3, it could be 15, 20 generations back. And what she does, she takes us on a journey down our ancestral line to a specific point in time that we need to stop at and meet with our ancestors and do the appropriate healing work. And this is quite a deep level stuff. So anybody that comes on this workshop really needs to be familiar with meditation. They need to be fairly centered. They need to have begun their own healing journey, because it's quite heavy duty. It's not for somebody that is completely new to the spiritual field, because it could blow your socks off. And I don't want people to leave a workshop in a complete tip and in an emotional wreck. The point is that you're in a space where you can do that healing work that's necessary for you. So you've already started your journey. And so we go and we visit and we sit with the ancestors, we talk with the ancestors. The Avebury Matriarch is always on hand to help us, give us a bit of extra if we need a bit of extra support, or an extra blast, or an extra oomph, whatever is required to complete that healing process. It may be forgiveness, it may be understanding, it may be compassion, because from often stuff that we carry that is in our family habits, if you like. Oh, it's hereditary, or it's a family curse. it's a family pattern, it's a family this, it's a family that. It doesn't need to be. We have, with this kind of workshop and other workshops that are around, we have the ability to actually change ourselves. And what happens when we do that deep healing work that's ancestral, that's ancient, that's past, we can actually affect the family line going forward. So our children, our grandchildren, our nieces, our nephews, whoever, don't need to carry that same pattern of behaviour ills or whatever it is that's been created. And the Avebury Matriarch gives us the opportunity to release that stuff, to heal it, to let go of it, to move forward, to unblock it, to whatever it is, blast it out of the water, whatever it is we need to do. Working with the Avebury Matriarch dragon allows us that opportunity to heal those wounds or whatever they are, release curses and whatever. So it's a really interesting workshop. It's really funny because she wanted it done at Imbolc, and when I was first looking at this, I'm thinking this was I don't know if it was last year or the year before I did it for the first time. And I thought, February, really? Snow? Bad weather in Britain? Not a good idea. Anything could happen in Britain this time of the year, you know, from hurricanes to 2 foot of snow. And last year went off fine. It was fine. This year it snowed like Billy-O, and unfortunately I've had to pull the plug on today's workshop. Hence I'm here talking to you guys. But it's interesting about Imbolc, because Imbolc is the first day of spring, but it's the triple aspect. Mother Maiden Crown stuff comes into here. It's the Festival of Bridie, Bridget, those goddesses, and it's about sowing seeds. And this is why I think it's quite pertinent. The Avebury Matriarch came through and wanting to have it at Imbolc, because it's about going forward into spring, into the energy of the year as the sun begins to return. That we're doing it from a clean slate, if you like. It gives us the opportunity to do that, to do the healing work on the cusp of something quite powerful. And then we are going into spring, almost like a spring clean, I guess, emotionally, energetically. And it gives us that opportunity to do that kind of spring clean type work. So she's really quite a powerful dragon to work with. So I just thought I'd share that little bit with you about Avebury Matriarch. There are other workshops coming up. I'm working with the Dragons of Atlantis, actually. So I will do a bit of talk about the Dragons of Atlantis at a later date. But I just thought I'd share a little bit with you about the Avebury Matriarch dragon and some of the other work that I do. I do a lot of workshops, and I do online workshops as well. But if you want to catch a live and interact with me fully, then you can find me on Facebook. It's Caroline Mitchell, Simply Dragons. And obviously on here, do feel free to leave your comments on here. And if you catch up with my Facebook page, you'll see all the events that I'm running in the UK. And if I do any online workshops, you'll be more than welcome to join those as well. You can catch those again. They'll be all posted onto Facebook and Instagram. On Instagram, I'm the Original Dragon Lady. You can follow me both on Insta and on Facebook. But that's just a little bit of a bit about me and the reason of the Avebury Matriarch and the work that I've been doing with her over the last couple of years, and we're taking people through a fantastic journey with her. Anyway, big love, take care, and I will see you all soon. Stay safe in the snow if you have snow. Bye for now.